Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, this session I would like to finish it as fast as possible because you must be waiting for lunch. So I'll try to wind up as soon as possible. But as the roads are, as the bitumen is, like without bitumen, roads are not complete. The way it is like heart is incomplete without heartbeat. So if roads are the lifeline, bitumen is the key to it. So maximum roads in India, of course, there are concrete roads, but we are making at least 50% contribution in the road making sector. So here in my presentation, I'll be covering what is bitumen, how bitumen is produced at BPCL, what are the different classification of bitumen, why do we need modified bitumen nowadays, what are the various varieties of modified bitumen, and then bitumen emulsion and what new we have done in the area of bitumen. So here there are various definitions of bitumen available in the literature, but as per ISI we call it a black and dark brown non-crystalline soil or viscous material having adhesive properties which is obtained from the petroleum crude oil distillation, and this is the last product. Though we call in the refinery or oil world people call it as the end material, but this is not the end material, this is a very valuable material which is the importance of this material can be understood by the people like us who are using it. So talking about the bitumen production process, there are various methods which are available for production of bitumen. One is distillation, and by controlling the parameters of the temperature, you can straight away produce bitumen. Then of course oxidation, by oxidizing the vacuum residue, we can produce bitumen. In the next slide, I will be detailing about how bitumen is produced in the refinery. Third process is solvent deasphalting process, where we can use propane deasphalting, and then pitch can be added with the heavy extracts, and then the bitumen can be produced. And then the last one is blending or mixing the two heavy extracts and then produce bitumen. The slide here which is showing is the typical refining process. In the first process, the oil, all the products like diesel, petrol, kerosene, all the gas oils are removed and then till 370 degrees centigrade.
Madam, I'll interrupt in between. Can you please come straight to the rubberized that part, because this is academic and I think all these engineers would know about it.
Okay, fine.
So this academic part can be left behind, we can go straight.
So this is the specification of bitumen which currently IS has given, and BPCL is producing VG10, 30 and 40 bitumen currently. Why VG30 bitumen is limited is because nowadays temperature and loads are going on the roads which is very high, and because of it lot of failures we have been seeing it. So now because of the heavy loads you would have seen the pushing of the road failure in the new pavements where the area. So now there is a need to go for the modified bitumen. So to address the problems in increased traffic, tire pressure, rutting, low temperature cracking, fatigue cracking, to address all those issues we need modified bitumen. And especially in the modified bitumen in Kochi area, when we are talking about natural rubber modified bitumen, because BPCL is the only producer of natural rubber modified bitumen, where we are mixing latex with the bitumen in the various percentages and producing NRMB. And there are other grades of modified bitumen which are crumb rubber modified bitumen and polymer modified bitumen. Nowadays for the polymer modified bitumen, a new classification has been proposed by BIS, which is giving you nomenclature as PMB 70 minus 10. Suppose if I am saying, so 70 will be the maximum temperature for which the road is going to in 20 mm depth, and the minimum temperature on the surface. These are the various products which are available at BPCL: viscosity grade bitumen, crumb rubber modified bitumen, natural rubber modified bitumen, PMB, bitumen emulsion, and then we have got a new category of product which we are calling as PMB plus, then crumb rubber bitumen with the improved shelf life, and then waste plastic molds for the road. This is one new product which we have added into our basket to promote the utilization of waste plastic. So as we are talking about natural rubber modified bitumen, it is produced by preparing 2 to 5% of latex solution to base bitumen to provide a homogeneous product. Particularly this product was introduced in the market to support the farmers of the Kerala when they were having the rubber production in the southern part of India. So this was the product indigenously prepared, and then we found that this product is performing much better than the normal bitumen roads, and it is very good for the hilly regions and the variable weather conditions. So we found that we should be promoting this product. The advantage of this product is particularly that it is economically cheaper compared to other modified bitumen if we are talking about crumb rubber modified bitumen or polymer modified bitumen. Latex being liquid in nature, it is homogeneous mixture with the bitumen, so there is no separation, there is no shelf life issue, there is no separation issue with this product particularly. NRMB being the proprietary product of BPCL Kochi refinery, and of course being in the southern region, we have that benefit, and which other oil companies are not producing as of now. Limitation currently which we are facing in refinery in production of NRMB is availability of the natural rubber, because nowadays many tire industries are set up and slowly the cost of latex is also going up. So to promote this product and keep the interest of the contractors and the product cost low is becoming a challenge, and compared to crumb rubber modified bitumen and polymer modified bitumen. As I mentioned about the applications, NRMB can be used for highway and roads construction in the area of heavy rains, hilly regions, high traffic conditions and variable weather conditions. What is the innovative step which BPCL has done? Because when we see the specification of NRMB, we can see the elastic recovery of PMB 70 grade or PMB 40 grade is very low, which is like 40% and 30%. So which when we compare with CRMB or PMB is comparatively low. So when I have a choice to use a material which is comparatively low cost, or maybe if I have to compete with crumb rubber, I have to improve upon the properties. So what we have done here is we are trying to add the vulcanizing agent into crumb rubber, and to address the order of the product also we are adding some additives, and then we are trying to improve upon the elastic recovery and the smell issue which is observed during the production of the product. This is the typical production process where bitumen and then natural rubber is added into the tank at around 140 to 160 degrees centigrade, and with the since the latex is solution in the water, ammonia solution, lot of smell comes out, so the removing the vapors and the water is a challenge, which refinery is of course putting a vapor recovery system and trying to address all those issues. So when we compare neat bitumen with the modified bitumen, the benefit is of course in comparison to neat bitumen, the elastic recovery is high in the natural rubber modified bitumen. When I am talking about water permeability, of course it is since it is latex and the aggregates are coated, so water interaction reduces with the aggregates directly, and then there is a less damage to the road. It has got low bleeding tendency, and service life compared to normal bitumen is quite good. Temperature susceptibility also when we are talking about, so it has got very good temperature susceptibility and is not very sensitive towards the temperature. Coming to the next product, crumb rubber modifier, as I said, nowadays when we are comparing the natural rubber modified bitumen, crumb rubber has got the market. Now crumb rubber modifier is prepared by grinding the waste tire powders in cryogenic conditions, which is prepared by mixing 12 to 15% of crumb rubber modifier to base bitumen. Advantages of crumb rubber modifier is that it is high resistance to deformation, it has got high softening point and very good elastic recovery. It is of course very reduced thermal sensitivity is there. Limitation of this product is that it has got very poor shelf life. So if you have to use this product, you are supposed to use it within 6 to 8 hours immediately, otherwise it will start settling, and then you have the contractors would have faced the issue of crumb rubber settling down in the bottom. So application wise, when we are talking about crumb rubber 55 can be used in high traffic areas and 60 can be used in very high traffic areas. Here of course the innovation which we did in R&D center is to improve the shelf life and the stability, we are using virgin crumb rubber instead of crumb rubber modifier along with appropriate additive system, which keeps the separation difference very low, and then the elastic recovery is high here in this particular product. So instead of 6 to 8 hours, still you can use it for 1 month or 2 months also if you are storing it in using it. These are the typical specification of crumb rubber modified bitumen as per IS 15462. Then coming to the next product, which is polymer modified bitumen. As we are aware that now polymer modified bitumen for the highways and expressways has become the need. So polymer modified bitumen is also we are producing, and polymers like SBS, SIS, SBR being used to make this polymer modified bitumen, and percentage of polymer is also like 3 to 5% maximum you are using into base bitumen. And of course there is a shear meal required to produce this particular product. When we are talking about the advantage of PMB, it is having low temperature susceptibility and seasonal temperature variation. It is having very high resistance to deformation at elevated temperatures, better adhesion between the aggregates and the binder, higher fatigue life of mixes, delayed cracking. So application wise, when we are talking about, it can be used at all the places like cities, expressways, airport runways, etc. Limitation is of course the cost of synthetic polymer and high processing temperature, because when we are preparing PMB, you have to go to temperatures of 170 to 180 degrees centigrade to melt the polymer. These are typical specifications as per 15462 and 2019. So these are the tests which we are supposed to perform, but this particular modification in the IS is of course taking care of the performance parameter of the modified bitumen. And these are the tests which are to be performed on the aged bitumen. So here when we see the point number 3 MSCR test, from here we can ensure the quality of the pavement, and we can say that the road will perform for 5 years or 7 years or how long. So the life cycle analysis versus bitumen becomes very easy for us. So here also again, when I come to innovation, BPCL has done created a polymer which is called polymer PMB, polymer modified bitumen plus. So what is this specific thing we have done is we have added 2 different polymers into it. So we are keeping the 2 polymer system into one solution is a challenge, but this polymer is not only taking care of the very extra heavy loads, but also taking care of the fuel spillage. So suppose the areas where you have very high fuel spillage, there also you can use it. So when we are comparing normal bitumen versus polymer modified bitumen plus, the losses in normal bitumen when comes to fuel soaking comes to almost 10%, where in this product it is in the range of 1 to 2%. And advantage of this particular product is that it is meeting the criteria of PMB 82 minus 10. So here people will say that why we are saying that PMB 82, because temperature never goes to 82. But when we are using this kind of material in the airports, runways, the impact which is making it to the road and then the amount of load it is bearing, it is a need of this particular. And only benefit is like when you are laying a PMB road, you can lay just a 25 mm layer here on the top of the road and everything will be taken care of. So this product we are going to give a try of 500 meter trial patch in the Farakka highway in Calcutta. This we have planned with Cube Highways there. So there we will be taking, because that is a very crowded and very heavy traffic road, so that we will be taking care of. Applications I have mentioned already. Now coming to bitumen emulsion, this is one of the hot selling cake of BPCL Kochi refinery, and we are able to produce all the grades of bitumen emulsion. Benefit of this particular product is that this can be used in the area where you are not allowed to heat bitumen. It will create very low pollution, it will reduce your energy consumption, and then for the repair purpose particularly, bitumen emulsions can be used very easily. Limitation of this product is that it can be used only for the low loads area and low traffic roads when we are talking about the complete roads on it. But of course, when we are talking about the applications, it can be used for tack coat applications, surface dressing. Medium setting grade can be used for road mixes and for surface dressing. Slow setting bitumen emulsion can be used for crack sealing and prime coat and cold mix applications. These are the typical cationic bitumen specifications from IS 8887 2018 version. Now coming to the last slide, which is BPCL, when we are talking about the waste plastic, and of course Dr. Anjan and Madam has already shared many things about waste plastic bitumen. So what we have done here, the specific thing is the blocks which you can see on the right hand side, these have been prepared by mixing the various mold. This is kind of a tray or the mold which we can say has been prepared by using waste plastic, and these holes we have created so that when we are putting bitumen or concrete in it, it can be directly laid in the road when we are preparing the base, and then bitumen can be laid over. So by using this particular method, 1 kilometer of road with 8 meters of width consumes almost 50 metric tons of plastic, so which is actually very high quantity of waste plastic we are able to utilize by using this particular way. Till now we have spread 9 stretches, and with the help of Noida Authority we have laid one pilot road in Noida also, and it is functional from November 21. Salient feature of this particular product is that these are the modules which can accommodate most of the types of waste plastic, and they are ready to use. You can take it, prepare it someplace and store it, and then wherever it is needed, it can be moved there and transported. It can be stored for long duration, so not in utilization. And of course, as I mentioned that almost a kilometer of your road utilizes 50 metric tons of waste plastic, which is very good. Integrated with existing road system, so it can be utilized either for concrete roads or for bitumen roads. So it is irrespective of road material what you are going to use can be used here. But of course, as mentioned, initially we should be trying those at service lanes and the roads which are having low traffic areas. Salient features of this particular product is that it is a green initiative with respect to safe disposal of waste plastic, and it is a sustainable solution to the roads. It can help the issue of microplastics also, carbon credits for green utilization of waste plastic. It is a very good business model with employment generation, and we have filed a patent, and patent has also been granted. To summarize this slide here, BPCL is a government-owned oil company, which is where the quality is the first priority. So whenever you are taking a product from BPCL, please be assured that the quality of the product will never be poor. And in fact, as I mentioned, that bitumen which we are preparing is the Biterox technology which we are using. So benefit of it is like it is very good in terms of performance and temperature susceptibility. So your issues like which we are facing in the imported bitumen or other places will not be there. We are always first to launch the new products and new business areas. And RMB is the niche product of BPCL, so it can serve the requirement in the southern region at least. PMB Plus and improved CRMB can serve and address the traffic and storage stability issues, and can serve the requirement of the customer as per the need. Thank you so much.